Ahoy, my name is Reynaldo Moorer. I'm CEO of Sienna Café, the best coffee you can buy. We're an international specialty coffee federation specializing in growing, producing, manufacturing, exporting, wholesale, retail, the highest quality specialty coffee in the world directly from Colombia in the coffee axis, man. 1,800 meters above sea level.
How did you get into the coffee business?
Man, so I got a background in the oil industry. You know, my degree is in petroleum technology. You know, I spent 17 years in the Gulf of Mexico running oil platforms, subsea operations, deep water operations, you know, everywhere from shale exploration to marathon, all over the Gulf of Mexico. And I knew, being a subject matter expert in crude oil, natural gas, I knew that oil was the #1 highest demanded commodity in the world. And what you think number 2 is?
Coffee.
Exactly. So when I learned the second highest demanded commodity in the world was coffee, I took it serious and I started studying coffee for about 2 years before I ever arrived in Colombia in South America, you know. So I had a vision of getting myself in a position to get on a mission to build generational wealth. And, you know, like I said, understanding oil being the #1 commodity, once I learned that coffee was #2, I just went 100% all in.
So what is the process of actually, what is it, growing coffee?
Yeah, most definitely. So, you know, we have a process that's fully vertical from seed to cup. That's a blessing. You know, we grow, produce, manufacture, you know, from seed to cup. And the reason that we do that is because the only way to guarantee the integrity of the product is to ensure the integrity of the process.
What makes your process different from other people's process?
That's a great question. So, you know, here in Birmingham and throughout the world, the market is saturated with a high-priced, poor-quality product. It's what we consider a product of heat, conventional coffee, industrial process. The coffee is cultivated with harmful fertilizers, pesticides, other toxic chemicals, and then it's harvested in an industrial manner. They just strip all of the coffee off the trees and process it all together. And then after they do that, they use a masking tactic, which is a dark roast. It's an attempt to cook all the toxins out the bean. But you know, the longer you roast the bean, the least caffeine. So the darker the roast, the weaker the coffee. So then here they come and they step on it, flip it, chop it up, cut it up, and then serve it to you, and you pay a high price for a poor quality. Our product, Sienna Café, the best coffee you can buy, is 100% puro. I mean, every single bean is selected by hand, no matter whether 20 pounds, 20,000 pounds. We ensure the quality of the coffee because we only select the ripest cherries. After that process, at each stage, we have another selection by hand. Everything is manual, done by hand. The region, the coffee axis, is known to grow the highest quality product in the world due to the God-given geographical characteristics that can't be duplicated anywhere in the world. The elevation, the moisture effect, the other vegetation in the environment, which, you know, we transfer those elements by the cross-pollination of honeybees. The soil, all of it's unique to our region and can't be duplicated anywhere in the world, and it's giving you the optimum conditions for growing coffee.
So is there a particular season where coffee grows the best at?
Well, in the coffee axis in our region, the climate is the same year round. So the coffee is produced in our region possible up to 2 harvests per year.
Do you find yourself having any issues with major coffee brands?
Nah, it's no comparison in the quality, you know what I mean? When you talk about the competition and when we do market analysis, we already understand where we are with our product, where we are with our brand, and our goal is to be intentionally better than the competition. We know that the product is better, so we're just intentional about our presentation of our brand, our product, and the overall experience for the customer, you know, customer service being the number one goal, you know what I mean, in serving our community, and just understanding the dynamics of each market being different. The reason we came to Birmingham is because Birmingham has the lowest number of coffee shops per capita in the nation. So that means to me as an entrepreneur that we have the most opportunity to create new owners, build economic infrastructure, and to support workforce development initiatives, which ultimately can lead to building a better community, 1 pound at a time, you dig? Yeah.
So for someone that's interested in getting into the coffee business, what would you advise them to start at? What would be the...
Call me, bro, call me. You know, our focal point is creating new owners. Our strategy in doing that is through specialty coffee education, which is non-existent in this region. What we have in this region, in our city, in our market, is a bunch of trash coffee with a bunch of people who don't really have the knowledge to present it correctly, or who don't have the knowledge of maximizing the product, or don't really have the resources or network to source a better quality product. So where we come in our strategy being education, the value is for not just our company, but for the whole industry as a whole. We train baristas, brewmasters, what we call sensory characteristics, Q graders, or people who can grade coffee. Also espresso technicians, people who install, troubleshoot, and repair espresso machines. And there's none existing, that training or education is not existing in this region. And so this is what we bring to the table, and we're here to change the culture, if you will, for the better, change the narrative for the better, and to create new owners and build generational wealth in perpetuity by creating new owners in a city that's, you know, it's ready, man, because, you know, when I look at the culture right now, you know, in this business of coffee where people of color are represented by less than 1%, there's not many people that look like me in this position, let alone have a fully vertical process from seed to cup, international business deal. So I'm looking at the whole game like, damn, we out here taking chances at our life because we know how to break down a pound, because we know how to use a digital scale. You know what I mean? This whole operation, this whole presentation of knowledge and training, you know, this for the boys with the pounds in the trunk. This for them dudes with them ounces and them grams, breaking them down on the scale and out here getting it how they live, man. We got a vocation where you can be a superstar and really get some money with a smooth transition, and really it's better money than the streets, you know what I mean? Again, crude oil is the #1 highest demanded commodity in the world. Coffee is #2. So it's very lucrative.
Typically, what would you say the startup cost would be to get into coffee business?
It's relevant to the size of your infrastructure, but you know, I'm gonna just put it out there, man. We're selling the license right now for $50K. It come with, you know, the best coffee you can buy, the product, the commodity, our brand, our code of ethics, our principles, our intellectual property, and our own proprietary point of sale. Also the training, you know, and all of our methods, you know, our policies, our human resources. We pretty much bring the whole package to the table for a fee of $50K for a license, you know, for like a brick and mortar location. But it's all negotiable and relevant to, you know, the location itself, the individual. You know, what do we have in our toolbox? You have some things in your toolbox. How do we accomplish building what we're here to create?
Okay, So is Birmingham the only market you're currently working out of, or you have other markets you work in?
Man, so we're international. Birmingham is where I live. This is home, but I'm from the Gulf Coast region where we have uniquely 4 states within 3 hours. Florida, Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, on down to Texas, Mexico. And you know, I'm on the phone every day all over the world. It's opportunity all over the world. It's a small world. It's a blessing to be here in Birmingham where you have a population that's 70% black. I think that's a blessing. I think our mission here is to create new owners, to create generational wealth in perpetuity.
You said you was into music too. You want to talk and get into that?
Absolutely, man. Like, so, you know, my passion is music. I've been in the music business for over 20 years. It's not just a hobby, it's a business that I built. I've been all over the world touring, and it opened a lot of doors for me, you know, as an artist, Pepper Trill McCoy, as a producer, the Gumbo Cooker, as CEO of Cola Coast Entertainment, Under the Underground. We took the culture, we took the music, and took that shit all around the world, and that's what led me to an opportunity to get into the coffee business. Yeah. At this stage of my career, I'm an executive, you know what I mean? I'm looking to help other artists and individuals further their career. You know, I offer my expertise, my experience, my network, my skill set to young and up-and-coming artists of all genres. Yeah. Working directly with the DJs. We the ones in the trenches actually breaking the music, serving the DJs, serving the people. We're in every city, we're in every trap, we're on every turf, you know what I mean? Under the underground. Why? Because we was there. We was the first that got it and the first that brought it to you.
Where you see yourself expanding, like what's the ceiling for you?
There ain't no ceiling, you know what I mean? It's no ceiling. My mentality is that there's no limitation in what we can achieve in life and accomplish if you have a vision. Your vision and your success is only as far as you can imagine or dream. So set your goals high. To anyone out there in TV land, set your goals high. Shoot for the moon. If you fall short, you're among the stars. So for us, I'm always pushing of what's next. Okay, I've done that, I've mastered that. Let me teach somebody else how to do this so I can be more dynamic and do other things that I'm interested in, and, you know, be a service to the community, be a service to my people. It's all about building generational wealth for me, for my family, and to be in a position to reach back and help the younger generation come up, you know, given the skills and talents that we identify, maybe going the wrong direction with it. You know, we provide that guidance and inspiration for the next generation to achieve.
Tell us about some of the community service projects that you've been involved with.
Man, we everywhere, man. I mean, you know, my name is Reynaldo Moorer. Everybody know me from teaching aquatics and swim lessons right here at Bestmarek. You know, one of the biggest things in our community is a fear of the water, man. We just don't swim in our community, in the black community. So you got a lot of drownings. You got a lot of people getting caught in rip currents, not having the knowledge or experience to be in the water. So it's imperative that we get our youth at a young age and teach them these valuable skills that they can live by, and also for safety. But we everywhere, man. Like, we not out here like chasing the camera and posting what we do in the community, and, you know, be a cheerful giver, you know what I mean? Understand that your social equity is invaluable out here. Like, it ain't just about how much money you got or what you bring to the table. We bring our sweat equity, we bring our muscle, and we bring our ideas to the table. And we out here in the community, we not hiding. You know what I mean? I'm out here on foot. You can see me, you can touch me, feel me, you can engage me. And if you peeping me, I'm peeping you. So we might as well sit down and talk about how we can collaborate and get some money together. But you know, the service is for the future. I work a lot with senior citizens, you know what I mean, with aquatic aerobics, because we know that our seniors need to maintain movement in order to achieve a longer life. So, you know, anything, man. I mean, I'm working with Jumpstart Birmingham, which is literacy training. Currently, I'm the operations director for the Collegiate Entrepreneurs Association at UAB. And I work directly with UAB's Bearfield Entrepreneurship Program, which is #1 in the nation. Currently, we're the official sponsor for TEDx UAB. And the list goes on, man. I don't even stop to keep score. We just want to make an impact in the community, you know what I mean, one way or another. And it ain't about who get the credit for it and all of that, as long as we achieve what we came to do. So yeah, man, this is Reynaldo Moorer, AKA Pepper Trill McCoy, AKA the Gumbo Cooker. We still shining, reclining, flipping and dripping, dressing, finessing and GPSing, receiving our blessings right here today, man. We're in Birmingham, Alabama. And I want to give a big shout out to Tastemakers and Trendsetters. You know what I mean? My dog Brandon, you know, met him at a political event and we connected, and he's given entrepreneurs and innovative people a platform to showcase their skill, their talents, their gifts. Plug in with them on Instagram at Tastemakers and Trendsetters. And you can catch us at The Best Coffee You Can Buy. You know what I mean? Pop trunk with the best coffee you can buy. You know what I mean? Straight from Colombia. El mejor café tú puedes comprar. Aquí en Bessemer, en Birmingham, en Alabama. Todo mundo, el mejor café tú puedes comprar aquí. Vamos con todo.
Yeah, that's dope.